Alright, okay, we are back with more Factorio. Here we go. I am Pax. And we are continuing with our playthrough of space exploration. And we have now finished up with the Naquitite. And we also went ahead and built some more ion streams. So last time we built this ion stream factory and the ion canisters. And filling our now 3 nuclear-powered spaceships. Right, got our war cry over here, bringing back some Naquitite for us. Very nice. And we're still working towards then, of course, doing the deep space science. And the goal is to, of course, get there. But yes, we have the Naquium plate. And we're almost ready to go, but even here, the deep space science requires us to get the crystals and the ingots as well up into space. So we need a way to do that. And the first way, I mean, the original idea I had was just to kind of copy over this setup and use the delivery cannon to deliver the intermediate products for us. Let's say here is looking okay. And this will work for the Naquium ingots here. But apparently, I didn't realize this at first, you cannot actually use the delivery cannon to shoot up the Naquitite crystals. So we cannot do that. Oh yeah, okay. I'm in my Speedy Boy thruster suit over here. That's why nothing's getting built. Okay, there we go. We want this. And I think we need to get this here. There we go. And yeah, we should be getting a delivery cannon delivered via our LTN network here. But yes, the issue then is the crystals. So yeah, we can't actually use a delivery cannon for the crystals. So instead, we're going to have to use some bots. I guess bots is going to be the way we do it. Let's so then maybe get 80 here. A little stack of crystals here, and we'll have to make a new train station. And unfortunately, there's not really any room for an extra train stop, but I think the idea will be to use our knowledge of making LTN stops, both providers and requesters, to create a new provider station for the crystals. And I'm just going to turn this fluid station into, so it'll request the, pyroflux and provide the Naquitite crystals. And yes, we need to give this some logistics spots then. And then, okay, we have our cannon capsule here, but we want to change it to ingots. See, there's no crystal recipe, so ingots, take those back. Okay, then yes, we are going to want to request the delivery cannon cannon capsules. That's right. And give 400, say. plenty. And then we'll use these to get the crystals up into the space station. So we'll have the logistics bots just bring it over here. And we want to build a little smart requester for the LTN network. And so then again, we're going to just set this up to say multiply by -1. And then we're going to take what's on the train, subtract it from this LTN output, which tells you the request, and send that into the filter inserters and set filters. And that will set up our little smart station, and it should be good. So that allows us to have some crystals, and what we'll do next is then go over here to the main hub and use this station to bring in the crystals. So we'll just say bring in, say, 100 naquitite crystals. And I think we have to maybe mess with this. Yes. So right now it's actually not providing because by default LTN has a provide threshold of 1,000, but there's not 1,000 crystals. So we need to tell it that actually just provide if you have 2 stacks. So now, yes, it should be provider, and we should see it request pretty soon. And hopefully then this will bring in the naquitite crystals to the base. There you go. Get the request coming. And as well, we should see then, or I mean, okay, yeah. The other thing we want to do then is bring it up into space from the base. And we do that by making this requester also ask for naquitite. Okay, negative 100 here as well. And that should then kick off the chain to, yes, bring the crystals via train to the main hub. The main hub will then use the bots to put it on the space elevator train. Space elevator train will deliver it to space. And then the bots again will be used to deliver the naquitite crystals to where we want to go. So I'm going to go fly over to the main base, switch over to my super fast jetpack. And what I'm going to also do really quickly is start to set up some recycling. And the point is we are also, yes, when we build the naquium plates, they have byproducts. So they're the iridium powder and the beryl powder and the holmium powder are byproducts of the process. And so right now, all we're doing is just sending them into their recycling. So they're just going to build up here. But I want to kind of turn them into more useful things. And the plan is just to go ahead and build some plates from the powder just to get rid of them, really. So I don't care about it being productive or anything. And then we're going to just put them on the network, output them into the network, get rid of them. So maybe something like this is fine. So then, yes, the ingots just need sand and coal, and then we can just turn the ingots into plates, get rid of them. I know the holmium plates will get requested, but maybe not the beryllium plates. I might want to get that requested somewhere, but this is at least a start. It should get us, you know, I don't know. We'll see how it works. Might have to fix it later. So we'll just request, and yes, all the beryllium powder, all the holmium powder will come. We don't technically have sand. I mean, there is also sand as a byproduct in this process, so that's also coming back, but hopefully there's enough sand to keep this going. We'll see. Shouldn't be a huge problem, I think. And yeah, that will take care of those at least, because yes, the bots will take it out of the recycling and turn it into plates, and the plates will get consumed. Well, at least the holmium plates will. I'm not sure if anything really asked for the beryllium plates, but oh well. We'll figure it out. So we'll start. But then for the iridite, we can't actually turn it directly into plates, so I'm going to bring it over here. So the plan over here is just to pull the iridium powder from the Roboport network again as well, and put it into the production chain. And essentially by putting the powder here in the back, that actually technically gives it priority. And so that will lead us to recycling it. But then we still need to, again, give this guy some Logibots. And, oh, it's actually not disconnected, huh? I'll disconnect it too. Okay, one of my Logibots flew away, but that's fine. And then, yes, we'll request the powder over here. So this will then pull the iridium powder from I think it stacks really high, so let's do like this. Yes, this will pull the iridium powder out of the recycle request, bring it over here. Then the bots will put it into these requester chests and it'll get recycled. So now we have at least the recycling for the naquitite handled, and we have the cannon ready. We have the crystals up into space. And so we're getting close then to be able to start working on the science. But I think before we get to science, I wanted to do one more thing, which is deal with copper plate. So we can see here that the copper is going completely all out, and actually the base is like starving for copper. Or we're yeah, running into a copper bottleneck. So it's time to build more copper. Yeah, basically, yes. We need to build more copper. So I'm gonna go over here, and I decided like out here is a pretty good spot. Actually, almost all the copper is right here now. So there's the base has only access to maybe 20 million copper in total. Let's see, this is like 13, 14. There's another 3 up here. But then all the other copper mines are almost completely gone. Like there's only 500,000 here. Oh, there's a good amount over there. There's one like through the train tracks a little bit. So most of it's over here. So that's like kind of why I was thinking about building it over here, I guess. And we want to then set up our train station. So we'll let the bots help us build this. Hopefully. Let's switch back over to our normal jumper, space thruster suit. And let's see, kind of help it out a little bit. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just want to get it going a little bit. Maybe possible. Okay, well, forget it. Being silly. Just gotta wait for the bots to get here, but then, oh yeah, well, shoot. If we do this, we're going to want to okay, the bots will come, right? You'll come fast enough, right? You're not gonna mess everything up, are you? I'm just worried that the trains are gonna start coming and make us sad. That's good enough. Yeah, see, the train's already trying to come, so I don't want to get stuck. So at least now it should be able to get there. And yes, but then what we want to do basically too is, yeah, I mean, we're going to rebuild copper, but of course we're going to use like the more advanced Pyroflux recipes. But I want to basically take this whole thing here and do a similar build for the tracks. Yes, we're going to build Pyroflux copper, but yeah, we can go from one red lane of ore into 2 red lanes of plate. So the plan is just to basically use the same template for the train station at least, and turn the 8 yellow lanes into 4 red lanes of input, which will turn into 8 red lanes of output. So I think if we just do this, that looks good. Upgrade to red. So the outputs will come in there, and then we will build the copper over here like we normally do. But then we need one more thing, which is the Pyroflux input. So we'll add one more train station up here for the Pyroflux. And we can actually go to here maybe? Yeah, this one looks good. Copy this over. Pyroflux station. Okay, we don't need all this though. And, oh yeah, I want to turn these off. Let's try to turn these off before the requester goes crazy. I don't want to get the trains coming quite yet. So let's turn all these off. Okay, good. We have that set up. And I think one thing, I was going to move the belts in one tile because, yeah, if we try to pull the fluids over, the belts are kind of in the way here. So I want to just take this part. Yes, move it over one. That's all. You're good. Not that, this. Huh? No. Wait. Is this not go in the right place? Okay, it's supposed to go like this. Yes. There we go. That should be right. I thought this was right. No? Okay. Good enough, good enough. Alright, so the build then will be kind of like this. I think I want to use the wide area beacons now. And I think this gives us some good numbers. So we have 6 of these. That'll take like an entire red lane and produces 1500 molten copper, which is quite a lot. That's almost pushing the limits of a pipe. So we might need to use some pumps, 32 casting machines. Then maybe let's see if we can get this down to 4. That's a little more reasonable, yes. So this will be kind of the basic idea of the build. So I want to try to squeeze as much as we can inside of a single beacon. So let's see what maybe this looks like. I think I want the Pyro flux coming down to be shared. And I guess it needs a space. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, can we cover? Yeah, so then if we put, oh yeah, definitely. So if we put the beacon here, definitely touches all 12. And we can make another one. Oops, let's put it out here. So these 12, each 6 takes a red lane. So the idea will be kind of to have red lane coming down with the ores. And yes, we'll turn the 4 yellow, or the 8 yellow lanes into 4 red lanes, right? And then feed the ores into the advanced furnaces here. So that's the kind of idea, the first part. We'll pull the pyroflux in as well through this pipe. Yes, and we need to pull the copper down. So I'm going to do it like this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And I think maybe here or here, I'm going to start using pumps just to make sure we don't miss out on throughput. So we'll just be doing this. Yep. Okay. And basically that's the idea. Well, let's put some inserters in too then. So here, 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 here. Oops. Okay, great, great. Okay. So then this is the idea for the first part. Flip, rotate, flip. There we go. Build that, build that, build that. Nice. All right, so that's one module. Now let's think about the casting machines. So I think if we do it like this, maybe. Oops. So how many is that? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 is what we want. And yeah, I think if we actually get it centered, it will touch all of them. So let's try that. Then we'll have the ingots come down the middle. That'll be the ingots out. Then we'll have Another one. That's our 32. I don't think we can fit another one. Like if we did this, it wouldn't reach here, so we can only fit maybe this many. And we need 32 for each 6, so we need another one. So basically, whoops, Control C here. So then basically, but we have to keep them spread out enough that the beacons don't touch. So we can't let the beacon overload happen. So that would be like as close as we can make it. And that looks okay. That looks okay. Trying to think about, let's just get rid of this for a sec actually. Okay, so because we want it to kind of go, so if it was like this, I'm just trying to think about how we can align it. Does this touch? Does this work? I think this might work actually. So we can move it up like one more tile. Wait. Right here, right? Yeah. Yeah, that could work, right? I think it works. And then yes, so these 6 will go into these 32. And these 6 go to these 32. Right? And the same thing on the other side. Okay, yeah, that's kind of the idea. Then yes, we need to get out all of the ingots. Oops. Come on, just do this. Yep, right there. Whoops. Yeah, it works. Okay. Inserters. Have them. All right, I think everything's good. Nothing's touching, I think, I hope. You're not touching, right? Oh, it is touching. Okay. Yeah, this one says it's overloaded, so I think I need to spread them out one tile. So okay, yeah, what we'll do is just we'll move it out 2 tiles. Well, 2 tiles. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Just move this one tile over for symmetry. Yeah, that's something. That's kind of the idea. I think now they're definitely not touching. Okay, good. And lastly, we want to turn the ingots into plates, of course. So this will be the end of the line for the ingots. And we have to actually get out quite a lot. Each one of these 2 is producing, or 4 of them produces 60, so 2 of them produces 30. So that's an entire red belt. And there's not, let's see, do we have enough room? It's not a lot of room. Something like this, of course, but let's see, can we use loaders here? So I think the idea would be to squeeze in, because there's only, yeah, there's not that much space. So, and each one of these, it's a lot of throughput, right? Each one is producing 15. So then, yeah, loaders maybe. And so we want to do this trick where we put it on the outside. So like this, yes. And then we can do like that. Then maybe here's better. Yeah, let's do that. And yes, this will be how we get it all out. Rocks, what are you doing here? All right, okay, all right. Let's go. Get rid of these rocks, please. Nice. Okay, then this is the build. And I think it's pretty good, looking pretty good. Just maybe trim it up a little bit. And then the question is like, is this where I want it to be? Oh yeah, I moved this one out, so let's move the red one out too for symmetry reasons especially. Let's get rid of this. We actually can get rid of like a lot of this stuff. We don't need this. So our normal power pole would go here, right? Yeah. And, well, let's see. Let's move this out one. But I still want this there. And should work. And should be here. Here, 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 here. Is this, right? This will go away, right? And the RoboPort can go right here, where it normally goes. I think so. Yes, yes. Centered wise, let's see, maybe let's move it a little bit closer. It doesn't need to be too much closer. It's actually in a pretty okay spot. So maybe like this gives us 2. Something like that maybe is better. Okay. All right, so let's change this to be red. So we'll change all these to red belts. Red splitters. That way we can pull off 4 red belts like this. Just turn it into red belts. And we'll go, let's see. Hopefully I can get this out of here. Yeah, it's plenty of space. Okay, yep. Bring the belts up and around and down. 2, 3. Oops. 4. Derp. Wrong one. Okay, great. Great job, bots. Doing great things. And we'll need the Pyroflux. So let's bring the Pyroflux up and over. And maybe here, I think is where it should go, according to the rules. Like that, it's good. Pipe. And let's see, can we do that? And where is it? Here? Hello? Oh, this one doesn't have... Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Beacons looking good. Stuff's looking good. All right, let's close it off. Finish it off with bringing the outputs back. Great, great. Oh, belting. Nothing like making belts. No glyphs, please. Go away. All right, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That went too far. Cool, cool. Almost there. Cool. All right, let's let this build a little bit. I want to quickly also then check in on space. And let's see, we got the crystals up here, so that's what I wanted to see. But then the other thing we want to do is, yeah, let's set up a little bit, because for the other thing we need for the deep space science packs are, again, one of these rocket silo situations. So we need to send these interstellar void probes. And so I'm going to use the Naquitite spaceships to also go get us this interstellar void space data. And so I'm going to add one of these buffer chests, which is going to request the void probe. It's going to request the space probe rocket, just one. And it's going to then bring back, of course, the interstellar void probe data. So each one produces 1,000. So something like that should be what we need. And actually, as well, I need at least one of the spaceships. I'm going to have just one of them. But it needs to also bring out the... Is it over here? Yes. Space probe rocket silo. So let's get that. And let's go find maybe... Let's go see who's close to coming home. Anyone? Hello? Okay, yes. Yes, Derby's almost back. Warcry's heading out. Desby. Desby, you'll be the one with the space probe rocket silo. Just because you'll return first and build it. Darkstar, you want it, but not this. Yes. And Warcry, you want it too, but not this. Okay, so that'll at least set the spaceships up for bringing the probes out there. And what we're going to do too is just set this up as well. Actually, maybe we want these. I'll copy these as well. I'm not sure if there's meteor threats, but then we'll go out to the Naquitite mine and build one of these out here. Something like this seems fine. And just going to, it's not going to build until the spaceship's out there, so I'm going to just replace it here. Apparently I don't have stack inserters, but okay. All right, so you're going to be like the same thing. Maybe we don't need 4, but just do like 2. So let's do slightly less, since yeah, it'll be fine. 2 and 2, and that'll be all that stuff. But you'll want to say just, I guess we'll just do, yeah, interstellar void probe data less than 1,000. Let's just say, just make it a little lower. It's fine, doesn't matter. So that will be the setup. There we go. Paste. Looks good. All right. Looks like the trains. Not enough rails. What? Do I really not have enough rails? Okay. That looks like it wasn't finished, but that should be okay now. And we're almost ready. We're almost built. So let's get it going. These stations should be fine. Let's just turn the requesters back on. And yeah, okay, it should start working. And then I think what I want to do is actually make this higher priority, right? I want it to work before the other one now. So I'm going to turn this to, give it a request priority for the ores. Shouldn't really matter, but we'll do that. And then we want it to provide priority as well, but I think it's better to make these providers deprioritized. So we're going to add the provide priority -1 here. Copy, paste. All right, so that should, yeah, just deprioritize the production or the trains from taking copper from the old build, because this build, of course, is more productive. So we want it to come here first to prefer this. And the last thing we need is to, of course, provide power. And I was going to use some substations here to do it, but it doesn't look like one can cover everything. So I guess I'll just do 2 of them. So maybe just here and here's fine. Something like that. Let's get some roboports over here. That seems good. And we need to get just a regular pylon, and so that it reaches. I'm just going to replace this with a regular pylon right there. Seems fine. So that like allows us to reach across, and let's just go ahead and put those down. Cool. That is the build. That is the build. The modules are getting here. Looking solid. Looking solid. And lastly, I guess we need this pipe. That's probably important. And I kind of would rather it be like this. Sure. All right, some copper has arrived. Very nice. Everything's looking solid. Got all the modules, got pumps. I think this should be enough, handle the throughput well enough. Need more copper, please. And this is probably important. Let's see, is this one messed up? No, that one's good. Pyroflux is here, that's nice. Here we go, Pyroflux getting through, already there. Awesome, awesome. Copper ore on the way. More copper has arrived. And yes, the UPS is slowing us down quite a bit now. Getting down to 42, 40. These belts look a little bit slower, don't they? All right, it's starting up, starting up. Pyro copper. Pyro copper. Okay, this should definitely help us with our copper demand, and I'll probably just copy this, do the same thing for iron. It'll be like exactly the same. And it might be worth doing it for sand, but I think the sand build is slightly different. I mean glass. For glass. But yeah, I'll probably do this off camera. If I do them at all, who cares? We're not in need for glass or iron too badly, I don't think. I think we have plenty of supply of that still. How is the glass? Man, the glass has been a trooper. It's been working for quite some time. Never needed more. I thought I was going to need more, but so far it's been fine. We got some ingots coming. We got some plates coming. Ramping up, ramping up. All the lanes are going. What's wrong over here? Pyroflux? What? Oh, wait. I swear. Did I control exit? Are you serious? It's okay. Alright, alright. It'll be fun because we'll get to see them all go all at once. That'll be cool, right? Boop. Or at least very rapidly. Nice. Okay, yes. Ramping up, ramping up. Here we go. This one's almost going. Getting the ingots full blast here now. Almost ready. Very good. How's this looking? Oh yeah. Pump it, pump it, pump it. Nice. Alright, it's kind of a nice build. Let's maybe put the sacred path down. The grid. Just for some, just to not have it be unfinished, I guess. Nice. Let's get some nice lanes of copper coming. Copper ingots, pyro copper. Cool. All right, so we're almost there in terms of it getting completely saturated. Looks like all the ingots are going now. Yes, all the ingot builds are going. And looks like we're getting the full belts. Oh, not quite, not quite. Still ramping up a little bit, I guess. These should be getting close though. It does take some time for it to fully ramp up. Yes, but now it's looking nice. Couple of holes, a couple more holes, but I think they'll get, I think that's maybe the last of it. Very good. Yes. Well, now we have twice as much copper. Following the general rule of thumb, when you need more of something, build at least twice as much. add twice as much. So there we go. Twice as much copper, more productive. Using a little bit of Pyroflex, but no worries. And yes, 8 full compressed red lanes. Very good, very nice. All right, cool, nice. There we go. But then, yeah, I think then we should hopefully be looking good in terms of recycling. Did this ever work? Hopefully it worked, but yeah, I think this worked. This has worked. Tiny amount, but yeah, good enough. Works, looks good. Cool, yeah, and then I think next time we will be ready to build the space science. So, right, oh yeah, I wanted to also just start to expand. So then we're gonna build out here, do our normal kind of pattern with the grid, and get out to here and build train tracks. So we can get rid of this again. And we're gonna just continue the little hexagonal grid pattern that we be doing. So that's one up, one, then up, 3, and then down. And then we're gonna build the train stations here. Train stations, and I'll do the rest of it later, I think. But yes, and then we'll start to build the deep space science production over here, probably over here, and you know, do something again in the middle. You know, there's 4 of them, so we'll probably go 1, 2, 3, 4. Put extra stuff in the middle. We might need to build more labs. I don't know. But yes, we'll expand the space rail network. Add another hex grid. Man, this, yeah, I'm liking the trains out here too. Looking good. All right, we got it going. Yeah, nighttime looks great. Yeah, I always like the smelter build at night. Nice. All right. Nice. Looking good. Cool. Yeah, but then I think we'll call the session here. There you go, Factorio. I am Pax, and I'll see you in the next video.